Is it really possible to change your current job to earning, so to speak, on YouTube? And if so, how to do it correctly? And when is the best time? Because on one hand, there is a job that kind of supports me, and on the other hand, there is the completely unclear and complex field of YouTube. So what should I spend my time on, and how do I choose the right path out of this? My name is Igor Farmer, and today I will tell you about this in detail. Let's go. Well, alright, let's do it this way. So, actually, here is my student Seriga, a student from one of the mentoring slip-ups. We even met and took a photo together in Astana. So what do you think? Initially, he was, so to speak, from the employment sector, yes, meaning he studied to be an architect and so on. Basically, he worked, took on some small orders and everything else. But he understood that in principle, yes, you can develop here, but nevertheless, YouTube is a more promising story in itself, because firstly, you can earn money in dollars, and secondly, you are not tied to any specific client. And overall, in general, you can calmly set up all the processes and earn almost passively. Here are the types of videos he started with. These were various challenges and Minecraft playthroughs. But again, it seemed like an adult guy was filming some silly Minecraft. A strange niche, completely incomprehensible. Nevertheless, he started with this and over time moved on to Gary's Mod content. Yes, here is the statistic of his income in the year 2022. What does he actually have now? Does he have money? Eat. Is he earning from YouTube? He is earning consistently, and as you can see, in foreign currency. For one of the months, he showed me AdSense statistics of $14,000. It would seem that initially, Seriga was from a completely different field, one that had absolutely no overlap with SMM, promotion, YouTube, or any of those things. Nevertheless, he got involved, figured out how to make these Gary's Mod videos, how to promote them correctly, how to create thumbnails, analyze, and everything else. And purely, as they say, driven by testosterone, he just went non-stop, so making videos, uploading them every day, almost and thus achieved these results. So the question arises, can I do the same? Can I, again starting from absolute zero, without knowing what to do with whatever background I have, get into all of this? I have never made videos, right? I don't know what to do. Will I be able to transition from my job to YouTube? Alright, let's take a look at a few more cases to get a somewhat better understanding. Here, for example, we recently got a channel monetized. Amir, right? Just so you understand, this isn't exactly our example. It's just some young guy who started a gaming channel. That's a slightly different story. Let's delve into more details. Yes, we are primarily interested in those people who initially came from employment or a similar field. Well, for example, Elmira has monetized her channel. She also came to me from employment. I showed you Sergey's case, and here are a few more examples. Oh, here you go, another interesting example. This is Victor's case. Accordingly, he also monetized his channel. What's the point? He also came to me, roughly speaking, from the employment sector, right? Here. Or you could also say from freelancing, because he was originally an IT specialist. IT specialists are people who, earn quite well. Well, if they are good specialists in their field. But as for YouTube, why did he decide to switch to this whole story in the first place? The thing is, the instability at work, the fact that in principle, when you live from order to order, and when you develop in this direction on one hand, but at the same time want some passive source of income, right? That's a completely different story. So they came to me, he was with his friend with whom they were launching a training channel, monetized it, launched it, and so on. We selected a good relevant niche. In short, a question arises. Yes, by the way, here's another case that came up right away. The guy, just so you understand, is a builder, right? Artem, really a builder. It's just incredible. Please also take a look at his case. So, anyone can earn on YouTube. It doesn't matter who you are, what field you're in, or what you do. Choosing a relevant topic, growing a channel, and monetizing it is more than possible. If you have some primary occupation, then of course, the best thing you can do is to start gradually uploading videos to YouTube alongside it. Each of you will surely find time to allocate at least half an hour to 2 hours a day to shoot a video and upload it to your channel. And some of you might say, Igor, but that's just impossible. After all, I come home from work at 6 or 7 in the evening, then I rest for an hour, spend a couple of hours doing household chores, have a beer, do this and that, play Dota, and basically, you end up not having time for anything. And, how do you even live like this? There are only 2 days off left, Saturday and Sunday. And if there's a night shift, then it's a complete fiasco. Well, I have just one point here. Yes, guys, one question: what are your values in life? What are your priorities, and what do you want? If you want to live from paycheck to paycheck your whole life, if you want to languish in poverty, then you are currently living according to the algorithm I described above, having done everything necessary for it. In essence, I congratulate you, you have succeeded in being, well, I can't say a failure. I would say a person who just, lives, so to speak, like in Groundhog Day, in this very endless wheel. For some, it's okay. For some, it's normal, and some radically hate it and want to change their life somehow. And to change it, as they say, well, not a quantum leap, but some kind of, I don't know, an unreal radical break, perhaps, over oneself. Well, what do I mean by that? Look, I was, in short, about 18 years old when I realized that basically my mom doesn't owe me anything. She won't give me money. At any job I would go to, I would earn 30 to 40,000 a month. The education I'm pursuing will just allow me to earn more. Well, that is, again, the university, this higher educational institution. Well, an additional 20,000 on top of that. So roughly I would be earning 50,000 a month. What are 50,000 rubles or $400 a month if you live in Russia? That's not even money, it's just ridiculous. Some of you might say, Igor, that's still money. And I agree with you, however, you can't really live on that. It literally just covers the bare minimum needs. I believe that the minimum poverty threshold at the moment, considering inflation and everything else, is around 140 pas to 120,000 rubles. Well, somewhere in that range, if you're earning less, yes, I congratulate you. You're poor, yes, so something needs to be done about this. Specifically, poor, not in a psychological sense, but in a financial sense, yes, so that no one misinterprets or stretches the meaning later. So, something needs to be done about this, it needs to be changed somehow. Again, well, it can be changed, or it can remain unchanged. There are people who, again, live with such a vibe that they are fine with, like almost eating from the street, like they go, for example, oh, there's a coconut, they just pluck it from the palm, insert a straw, drink it, yes, with pleasure, meditate, and so on. Well, those enlightened spiritual ones who have completely moved away from money and everything else. But we, it seems, are people who are not so much pragmatic, but rather looking at things realistically, right? We need to earn, and we need to develop everything and all that. Well, okay, then you need to shove your excuses about anything up your ass like I did when I was about 18 and realize that you have to hustle, you have to do it, you have to step on the gas, that's it, gas. Well, like, look, here's the thing. I was making some videos, yeah, on my channel about some kind of Minecraft, some playthroughs. Some things took off, some didn't. I hid the videos that didn't take off the most. In the end, I realized that, well, in Russian YouTube, you objectively can't earn anything, right? Of course, you could loot about 10 to 15,000 from a video if it got 1 million views, but they didn't always reach 1 million views. And then I realized, aha, so I need to change the format? And I moved away from this standard story, meaning the Minecraft playthroughs, to the format of Minecraft in real life. Because it gained more views, had a higher rate, and was watched on English-speaking YouTube. As you can see, thanks to more traffic, the videos developed very well with more views. In 9 years, the video has gained 60 million views. So, this is my channel, yes, the one I manage, the one I filmed, and I still in fact manage and work on it. So, again, I could have thought, oh, this is a channel, I need to manage it, I need to film something. No, I better go study, then get a job. No. I always understood, you see, I'm already, as you might say, some kind of zoomer, all that. But no, I was born at a time when, one way or another, the internet had already taken over almost everything. Well, I mean, this whole blogging thing started to emerge, you know, around 2012. It's 2025 at the moment, and YouTube is everywhere, right? And even at that age, when I was a little brat, I understood that, well, damn, you have to hustle somehow, right? Because my parents didn't have money. Well, objectively, right? I mean, I'm from a not wealthy family. I lived in the city of Shakti. Now I'll show you the city of Shakti, a small city in the Rostov region. Again, I'm not trying to downplay or anything, just telling you real things, real facts. That is, the people who lived and live here are often not the wealthiest. Let's say they have lived in this city all their lives and never really moved. Anywhere in terms of relocating or changing things and so on. It's a swamp, so to speak, that pulls you in. And here you can see, for example, a nice, beautiful stadium in the photo. A little spoiler, this stadium no longer exists, and for more than 20 years there have just been ruins here. Here are the ruins, I don't know about the Shakti Stadium now. Oh, there. This is roughly how the whole story looks now. Such are the prospects. By the way, I remind you that this is the city of Olympic champions. Olympic champions! This is our city of Olympic champions. So, yes. What else do I want to add to all of this? Can you change your life? Yes, you can. Is it worth spending those 1.5 to 2 hours a day, which you used to spend chilling and relaxing, at least for 2 months, just as an experiment on yourself? Absolutely, go for it. Let's finally gather together and launch YouTube channels. All the opportunities for this are available. The issue is that nobody needs it. Almost no one uses it. And realizing this thought, yes, that everything seems to be right on the surface, but still, no one does anything. Only with this realization, guys, you need to accelerate. Because indeed, as someone who observes from the outside, teaches people, and communicates a lot with those who want to develop on YouTube, I see that for most people, it's like this. Most are just like, I want to do YouTube, but you have to make videos, right? Damn, I have more important things to do. And they give up. If you really want to change your job, your life, completely transition to YouTube, so to speak, please, go ahead. See you next time. Don't forget to check out this stupid video.